Hello. I would like to share how I organize homeschool stuff for my kids in our very small home. We have a house that's about 800 square feet. It's got 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a large living space, which is where we eat, watch TV. We have a piano. We have space to move around. And so the kids, we don't have a playroom, we don't have a schoolroom, we don't have an office, we don't have a guest room or anything like that that would give us a place to homeschool. So we homeschool in different places. One of my kids prefers the stretchy dorm room swing for most of their lessons, and my other child prefers either the couch or the big bed for their homeschool lessons. So, and we change it up as they need, and this is Frika, and she loves love. She's thanking me for lunch right now. So basically, this is all our homeschool stuff. Each kid has a backpack, and then I have a box. I also have a box of letters, which I'll get to in a moment. Oh, and of course, Ziggy, because why not have a puppet? So inside each backpack, the kids each have a pencil case that has like pencils, markers, dry erase markers, a little eraser, because we do a lot of stuff with that. And then they have the workbooks. So we are currently using Logic of English Foundations, which I'm in love with, for our reading, writing, spelling curriculum. And then we are also using 2 math curriculums. We are using Math with Confidence and Beast Academy. And I love how these go together. So these are the workbooks. They go in there. Each kid also has a little plastic bag with the letter cards that they're working on. And we also have the whiteboard. And they have their spelling book where they write spelling words. I got these coloring books, but we haven't really used them yet. So I think that may have been a little bit of a waste of money. And then they each have a folder, which has in it some of their like previous charts. They earn stars for doing lessons, which then gives them stuff. Previous readers, sometimes pages fall out of their workbooks and we put them here. They also have a letter chart and a 100 chart, and on the front page is a practice paper that has their name, address, phone number, some basic information there. And that all stays in here. Oh, a bookmark. So when it's time to do lessons, I say, okay, go get your bag. They go get their bag. Oh, and this child has some sensory things in the front pocket that just help sometimes with lessons. I don't usually even close them all the way. I just zip them up. We actually got these bags for forest school, and they were not good bags for forest school. But they cleaned up really nicely, and now they are our school bags. So that's what each kid has. And now this is what I have. In the front, so one of my kids writes no problem. The other one is very much struggling with that. So when we do the spelling stuff and the writing components of Logic of English, we, for that child, I use the letter tiles. Now the letter tiles that came with the Logic of English, or the ones when we tried All About Reading, I don't know, it's just kind of flimsy. So we had this bananagrams game, and these are great because like they make fun sounds, and they're thicker, they have more weight to them, so, and they're colorful. So this is a lot more enjoyable. Nice tactile fun. So all of the letters that this child has learned are in here. The ones that we have not yet encountered in the curriculum aren't in there. They reside here for when we need them. I have my own bin of materials like markers, highlighters, dry erase, Post-its, various things that we use. And this is how I organize all of our Logic of English manipulators. I have a big plastic bag and smaller plastic bags. This one has the game cards. That's an empty bag. That's another empty bag. The sound cards that haven't yet been used. Sandpaper cards that haven't yet been used. And then these are all for my kid who's in Foundations A, all the stuff that they're working for. And, you know, I take them out as we need them. The rest of the time they just put them here. It's very simple, very cheap, and it works. I do keep the extra little plastic bags in here because they're helpful for organization. For Math with Confidence, there's a lot of stuff there. I got this nifty thing. It was in the clearance department at Office Depot, so it has lots of zippers. So on the top zipper, I've got the number cards, which I have one child who uses them much and another who doesn't so much. And then at the bottom, I've got, again, with the plastic bags, team numbers, and I think this is +1s and +2s. And then in the back zipper, I've got loads of stuff. I've got playing cards, I've got things for showing 10s and 1s, a whole bunch of different things, again, all in tiny plastic bags. It's very helpful. For some reason, oh, I know why that's there, never mind. Some extra stuff. So, yeah, anything we pretty much need, although my bag of coins is not in here, I have to fix that. For Math with Confidence is there. You don't need any manipulatives for Beast Academy, and instead of using a 10-frame counter, we use the AL Abacus, which is part of another math curriculum that I cannot remember the name, maybe Right Start. But I love this abacus. It is so helpful, so helpful. We tried the 10-frame with the little counters, and the little counters just became toys and sometimes projectiles. So this works a lot better. I have my own little whiteboard, and then I've got the teacher's manuals. I've got the giant Math with Confidence one, and then the two Foundations one, which we're almost done with Foundations A, so for a bit we're just gonna have one, which I think that'll be nice. Of course, I've got the little whistling whales and the D1 doodling with dragons in here. There are also some random things that need to be put into the kids' envelopes. We're also doing 1/3 stories, which is for exposing kids to foreign languages. Our most recent Ranger Rick is there. 1/3 stories. And I also have a folder. My folder has the extra things for Math with Logic of English, so the rhythm of handwriting, the spelling rules, some of the cards we're not using, and then we also we go over rules and read a social story, practice butterfly breathing. We have a very neurodivergent household, so lots of coping tools and mechanisms. Right now, we're about to start reading this for history. It's nice and it's beautifully made, so I'm really interested in that. We are taking a slight break from our science curriculum, but we've got scientific connections through inquiry. We're about halfway through. Just take this out and have a discussion. And then some stuff the kids aren't using, and more plastic bags. These are all of the Logic of English Foundations B-level readers. They have 2 sets. They've got just the regular set and the young adult series, and I have the regular one facing this way, the young adult one's facing this way. It's easy to keep them organized. And then I have a bag because right now it's very cold up there. Oh boy, my cat is in front of the camera. Loki, come here. Come on, baby. Come here, or I'm gonna have to get you. Oh boy, sweetie. Oh, there we go. The recording device is on a chair, so it's a nice perch. But yeah, so it's easy to keep things organized. And oh, the bag. So when the weather is good and not wet, you know, above 50, which it's not going to be for a few months, we do most of our schooling outside at that time. So I lay a blanket down and bring the kids' bags out, and then I fill this bag with whatever I need. I could just bring the whole box out. I also am entertaining the idea of doing some lessons like at a playground or something, and then I won't want to bring the whole box because we would ride a bike there. We also have, well, there's a shelf with books right there. That little cart thing has projects they're working on. There's another small bookcase over there that has library books and paper and a bin on top with art supplies. Up in our unfinished attic space, I have 2 medium-ish sized bookcases that have curriculum they're not quite ready for, or other reference books that I use for all of this good stuff. So that's how we do this. I would like to also make a video talking about what I love about Logic of English, Math with Confidence, and Beast Academy. And I hope someone finds this helpful, because I know a lot of people don't have the benefit of a dedicated homeschool space. And even if you do have the benefit of a dedicated homeschool place, maybe this could help you pare down and have a slightly less cluttered dedicated homeschool space. Who knows? It may not be everyone's goal, but it's one of mine to have less clutter. All right, well, thank you very much for listening, and enjoy your day.